Hey there, my scrappy friends. So today I'm going to do a bit of a different video, but these are the kind of videos that I really personally like watching on YouTube. And it's when YouTubers and scrapbookers just share a number of things that they've done over a period of time. So I've been very productive in February and in March because I felt very comfortable in my new scrapping area. You know that I changed house, I moved house last year. And then a few months ago, we finally kind of put the scrapping corner together, and now I have a big desk and I have everything at hand. I tried to go on a spending freeze and that didn't happen. So part of the reason why I was scrapbooking so much was because I was kind of trying to justify, buying stuff. And I have 12 layouts that I'm going to show you today. Most of them you've seen videos. I think all of them you've seen videos that I published, the process videos. So here goes. First videos, I did a kind of mini series using the newer collections that came out in January this year. So I bought a few papers from Shimel's line, I bought a few papers from Dear Lizzie, a few embellishments from other collections. I didn't buy the whole thing, but with the bits and bobs that I did buy, I managed to do quite a lot. So this was the first layout that I created. It's one of my favorite layouts. It's got a kind of an L-shaped. I used a bit of mixed media in the background behind the picture. I used Shimel's stickers for this layout. I used old chipboard, I think, that I had. I'm not sure if this is from the newer Maggie Holmes collection or if it's from an older one. Not very sure. I know that the letter stickers, I had them in my stash, these yellow ones. And yeah, I really like how this came out. It's very whimsical, very cute. Next picture. So for these layouts I was trying to find pictures of Laura from a couple of years ago approx, because of the theme. It was a bit of a childhood theme. And this is the next layout. I used the Shimel's paper that was full of clouds. I fussy cut the clouds, and then I also stitched around the clouds. This stitching improves because I was still using all the strands in the thread, and then somebody suggested that I should use less strands, and it worked beautifully. But anyway, layout's done. It's got a lot of dimension. I used the same thickers since I was kind of continuing over the first layout. This deer here came from the Wonder collection by Crate Paper. I bagged the picture with a few layers. I put a few stars in this one, a few splatters of ink. And that was the second one of the mini series of the newer collections. So in this third layout, I was using the Dear Lizzie collection. I bought a couple of papers from Dear Lizzie, and I found that it really went well with the Shimel's line. In the stickers, for example, you can see the bunny here. This is from the Shimel collection, but the puffy stickers are from Dear Lizzie. Everything kind of coordinated really nicely together, and I'm happy that this happened. It makes it worthwhile to just buy bits and pieces from different collections. I also tried my hand at the fraying thing that I included here at the bottom to kind of add a bit of an interesting look. I think I repeated the marker around the layouts. I used it in this one. I didn't, because I used a yellow frame, but in this one I did use a pen marker. Okay, then next layout, I took my silhouette out. No, I didn't. I have to admit, this cut file, I had cut it a long time ago, and I had it there in my drawer. It was starting to crease because I wasn't taking good care of it, so I decided to make good use of it. I had already planned to use it with this picture the day that I cut it out, and I put it into practice. So I left the layout pretty simple. I layered the photo just a little bit. I backed the whole cut file with another Dear Lizzie sheet of paper. And then I used various embellishments that I had in my stash. This is from an old chipboard sheet from Crate Paper, some of the clouds that I had left over from Chimel. These stars are definitely from the Wonder Collection chipboard sheet. And yeah, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it turned out quite nicely. I liked how it turned out, and a lot of journaling on this one. Then, this was not part of the mini series. These are layouts that I just did just because. I really like how this one turned out. I used a design element that I've used before, which is a series of papers to one side, cut roughly like this. And then I inside, you know, each layer I put things and it adds dimension to the layout. Then I use the stickers from the Chimel sticker sheet, which has like a beautiful golden effect. I also painted behind the picture. I used my Shimmers paints to paint this one. I had a few stickers left over from the Chimel sheet. I did not back the photo with a lot of layers. I wanted to leave it like that. Included journaling. I stamped the dates. I realized I had in my stash a stamp set with the months of the year that I had never used. So I decided to use them up. And yeah, I really like how this one came out. And I like the fact that I could actually fit, you know, the things that I wanted to show, like happy little moments, well, hello there, sunshine. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Next layout, another layout that I love. I did this one for a national competition. Here, scrapbooking shops, they do monthly competitions. They kind of give you a theme and you have to go with it and you have to present your work. So I didn't win, but it was fun participating. And in this one, they were asking us to use geometrical shapes. So I simply cut out, and I didn't even use my silhouette for this one. I cut out the triangles. That was the element, the geometrical element that they were asking for. And this was the layout that I created. Love this layout, lovely picture. This was a photo shoot that we did a couple of years ago. My cousin is an amateur photographer, and yeah, he took this really great picture of Laura. I used up these stickers that I had in my stash. I'm trying to use up these cork stickers as well. Finding it a bit hard to use these ones because they're a bit big, and such a big element is sometimes a bit hard to fit in the layout. Lots of gold elements, as you can see. I like this. I could use the camera from the Maggie Holmes collection. I think it fit perfectly. And yeah, I like how this one turned out as well. Then, this was a scrap lift that I did, and the original one is by Kristen Gronslet. She's a HipKit designer, and I scrap lifted the design. Her design was a mirror image of this one. She used the same paper for the background, so I repeated that. She used the elements of crosses, although I don't think it's the same sheet of paper that she used. She used butterflies as well, so I scrap lifted quite a lot of ideas. But then I have to admit that at one point I stopped looking at it and I made the layout my own. I included this interesting stitching. Here I was already using less thread, and it started looking a lot better when I hand stitched. And yeah, love this one as well. Here, Laura, this picture was taken in the Christmas school concert this year, and a friend of mine, a co-worker of mine, took this picture, and I think he posted it to me a couple of months later, and I was so happy to have it because I did not have any decent pictures of this moment. Then, this was a fun layout that I did for one of the HipKit Club weekly challenges. So the challenge here was to use a diagonal design, to use a lot of different pattern papers. And again, I really like how this one turned out. Now looking at it, I might add a border using a marker, or I might not very sure. But really liked how this one turned out. It's a cute picture of Laura a couple of years ago. She was eating ice cream. She was just finishing her cone ice cream with chocolate all over her face. And yeah, one of the things that they were asking for in this challenge was to use a very long title. So this title is a never-ending title because, you know, all of these can be part of a title. I'm trying to use up ephemera that I have from older collections. Some rub-ons that I had as well in my stash. And here I started using the Nuvo dots, the Nuvo bottles that I bought and I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. And I am in love with these bottles. I have to say, the effect is just gorgeous. I'm trying to make it focus. It's a bit hard to make it focus today. So, baby series. This is the last series that I posted. Found a lot of pictures of Laura as a baby and decided to kind of take out all the baby stuff I had in my stash and try and use it up. So I came up with these layouts. First layout, very sweet layout. The cut file came from... Darn, I always forget. I have no idea. Just look at the process video. I think this was a silhouette cut file. I think. Yeah, this must have been a silhouette cut file. And yeah, very, very sweet layout with a very sweet picture. Laura was days old there. Old stickers that I had. Next one of my favorite layouts in this series. I used the cut file from the Cut Shop. I made a mistake in the voiceover. I was talking about the Hip Kit Club cut files, which are great as well, but this one came from the Cut Shop, and it's not the first time that I use this cut file. It's a very versatile clouds cut file. I think it's called the Happy Clouds, something like that. And I love how this one turned out. Again, photo of a sleeping baby requires a very soft looking layout. Like the title of this one as well, I use the Wonders ticker, the Wonder Collection tickers to write Dream, and then Maggie Holmes stickers that I had from a long time ago. These fabulous Nuvo dots, which are just perfect. I'm sorry for the glare this morning. It's quite sunny outside. Lots of dimension in this layout, as you can see. Yeah, I love how this one turned out. Another layout which I found a bit hard at first because I decided to use a bit of mixed media. I'm not used to using mixed media in my layouts, which is weird. I'm an art teacher. I should be using more mixed media, but I kind of like my layouts clean and simple. I had this doily stencil that I had never used. At first I was not very convinced about the color and about what I had done, but I made it work, I think. I focused the design up here, a long journey. Again, I'm using this stamp for the months. This was the day Laura was born, her very first picture with her daddy. Very cute. And yeah, I could use elements from other baby collections that I had. So I mixed the Simple Stories with the Wonder collection. The Nuvo dots, fantastic. And yeah, I love how this one turned out as well. And the last layout I'm showing you today is this one. It's Laura with her late grandfather. And I used the cut file. I have no idea where this cut file is from, but I'll make sure that I'll put it in the process videos. I'll make sure to put the link to all the cut files in the process videos. So I used similar elements like in the previous cut files. I'm sorry, in the previous layouts. A little bit of stitching to add a bit of interest to the layout. And a bit of hidden journaling here as well. And a bit of stitching up here. Yeah, very happy again with how this one turned out. So it's been a very productive beginning of the year because I did quite a few winter layouts at the beginning of the year to use up my Christmas stash, and I was very productive with these layouts as well. I'm already thinking about summer, what I'm planning for the summer. I'll come up with future videos to tell you. I'm going to try and challenge myself this summer to get on board the Traveler Notebook thing that's going on right now all over the place. Hope you like this one. I'll be back very soon with a lot more. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe because I'm coming back with a lot more videos that you shouldn't miss. And I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.